Hi there, I'm Rhonda, and I help makers turn their digital designs into income. On my channel, you'll get quick tutorials, cool tools, and simple strategies to grow your digital product business. If you want daily AI prompts, trend tips, and a fun community that gets it, join us in our AI Profit Society. I left a link in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And now, without any further delay, let's get into today's video. Hey guys, it's Rhonda, and in this video, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Galaxy AI. Several months ago, I did a video on Galaxy when I first found it, and I just thought I would do an update now that I've been using it for quite a few months and what I think of it. All right. First of all, let's talk about pricing. If you are on the monthly plan, it is $14.99 a month. And you get 15 million credits a month, and there's a few other perks that come with it. If you go yearly, it's only $99 a year, which is even cheaper. So it's a really good buy. They are running a special lifetime plan right now for $3.99, which you would still get your 15 million credits every month, but you pay once and it's good forever. So I'm going to jump back over here. Right now, they claim to have over 3,500 different AI tools in here. And I'm just going to scroll down through here and show you some of them. Uh, a lot of them I feel are just fillers, nothing that the average person would use on a regular basis, but they're here. So, I think the 3,504 tools is just an advertising thing. There are most definitely that many tools in here. I just wouldn't call all 3,000 of them necessarily useful tools. So when you log in, you'll see this is the home page, and we have the categories here, which is nice because we can click on what's new in here, and we have a PDF generator, which is a fantastic tool. You can make PowerPoint presentations, video watermark remover. See, and that's, one of those tools that I'm just not, I don't know. Uh, Text to 3D, image to 3D, generate images using Revi, which is another AI image generator. So they've incorporated that in here. Um, and you have VO and Sora and a whole bunch of different tools right inside here. Those are just new ones. And then we have our text tools. YouTube Summarizer. I think this is an amazing tool. If you create YouTube videos, this is a wonderful tool to have a summary done of it that you can use for a blog post, for an email, for your subscriber list, things like that. It's an absolutely amazing tool. I use it almost daily. Here is our standard chat with AI. And what I like about this is you have a bunch of different options in here. It's not just one. You can use OpenAI, Anthropic, we have Claude, we have Google, so we can, access Gemini, and then we have XAI, so we have Grok, we have Perplexity, Llama, Quen, DeepSeek. At any rate, you can use all of them or different ones. I also like that once you are in here and you pick what you want. I typically use OpenAI. So if I come over here to my workplace settings on the left, I can choose my default AI model, and I can also give it personality. I can give it custom instructions, how I want it to act. I have a memory here that I can manage and add things to the memory that I want my AI to remember all the time. So that's really nice. Um, so you can do that, I believe, with a lot of these different models. So if I want to use Gemini, and I come over here to workplace settings. I can come in here and personalize it in here as well with, who I am, a memory, customization. So that is a very nice feature. You still have those customization options even in here. Chat Arena is another one of my favorite tools because I can come in here and let's see here on the left, I'm going to say I want to use ChatGPT 5.1. And on this side, I want to use Gemini 3 Pro, and I send it my prompt and it will give me, two different results. So I can sit here and I can look at them, see which one I like best. I can take bits and pieces from each one and put them together to create my own, version. So that's really nice if you are looking to see which model is going to give you the better response or information. The chat arena is fantastic for that. And then here's a prompt library. They have video tutorials. You can also create and use custom GPTs on here, which is nice. I really like that. Here's some that have been, these are the featured ones. Chat with Tony Stark, chat with Yoda. Like I said, some of these just aren't anything that you would use on a regular basis. Planty, a plant care assistant, laundry buddy. If you are having trouble getting a stain out, you can talk to that bot. Game time, it will, explain and give the rules for various games that you might have or you want to play and you're not sure. Pinterest optimization. Um, but there are a ton of custom GPTs in here, including some of my own. And then let's close out these windows. And then we have a business plan generator, blog post generator, essay generator, an AI search engine, data analyst, text humanizer. So, if you get some output from a GPT, a chat bot, and you think it just sounds really, really AI, you could run it through the humanizer and hopefully it will sound more human. We have translators. Here is one. Here is a scraper that will, scrape various websites for different data, which is really nice. Um, let's go back, and these are just a few. I'm just showing you some of the, I think the more useful ones. If you are marketing on social media, we have Google Ads copy generator, Facebook ad. If you don't know what to name a custom chatbot, you can ask this to help you. Email writer, sales email generator. So there's a lot of very, very useful tools in here. Like I said, not all of them are what I would consider useful, but that's just me. Um, I have no need for the Airbnb description generator, but you may. So, who knows? A movie recommender, haircut recommender. So, like I said, there's a ton of tools in here that I may not necessarily find all that useful, but somebody else may. The ones I like the most are the YouTube summarizer, the chat, um, blog post generator, essay generator, things like that. And then, of course, we have the AI image generator. If we open that, um, we have access to Nano Banana, both original and the new Pro, Juan, Midjourney, Ideogram. We have a bunch of them here that you can access all through here. Imagen, ChatGPT, Image One, uh, Runway Gen 4, Sea Dream, Flux, Revi, like I said, Ideogram, Leonardo Phoenix, Grok. So there are a ton of different image generators in here. And I have been testing them, and typically most of them cost between zero point zero 0.04 million credits and 0.09 million credits to create images. So I did the math on this just a few days ago, and I think it comes down to, roughly about 2 cents an image if you're on the 14.99 a month plan. So it's really not much more expensive than any of your other image generators out there. The difference is we have all these tools in one location instead of hopping from image generator to image generator. We have a YouTube thumbnail generator. If you do videos, this is a really useful tool. Image upscaler, caption generator, AI influencer, photo generator. So if you want to, create like an AI influencer, you can do that here. Avatar generator, headshot generator. So there's a lot of different things. Here's one that you can just change the clothes on an existing image, which is useful. And then we have, a bunch of different edit images with Nano, edit images with ByteDance and Seed Edit, object remover. So you can remove an object. Let me give this a try. I've honestly never tried this tool before. So let's see if it works. Let me drag an image over here. Oh, he's too big. All right, let's see what we've got. I'm just looking through my random photos here real quick. Looking for one that might have a background, something that I want to remove. Okay, let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. We'll give this a try together. Like I said, I've never used this tool before. I usually do a lot of this work inside of Canva or Kittl, but since we're going over the tools here, I'll give it a shot. Okay, that other image I tried to upload was a little too big as well. So we're going to use the brush, and we have this little image. So how about let's remove, let's remove these. What am I doing wrong? Oh, there we go. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. I do not believe we didn't want to do that. We want to remove the section. So let's go here, just scribble over that and click remove object. Okay. Like I said, I have never used this before. Um, here is a video here on how to do it, but why would I want to do that when I can just goof around instead? Okay, so here is the after, here is the before. So it didn't do a bad job there. So you can remove, images or items from an image. Let's remove the lamp, see what happens. Look down here. We'll give it a second. All right, and you see object removal costs 0.03 million credits, so about the same as an image generation, which would make sense to me. All right, let's check this. There we go. So it removed the lantern and the gifts. So not too bad. It changed his hand some. I could have drawn a little better to do that. But it's here. You might want to play with that a little bit. Like I said, this was the first time I've used this tool. I haven't really looked at that very carefully. Um, and then we have an image extender. So if you have an image that was cut off, you can, expand it. Image to image, style mixer, or sticker maker, I'm sorry. Sketch to image. So let's give this one a try. I just did a video on doing this in, I believe it was, I took a sketch I made of a bow and it turned it into a pretty cool. So I have this bow here. I just did a video for this for Artistly just a few days ago. So there's our bow, and we want it to be a cute, coquette watercolor style bow in pale blue. All right. And output style, I'm going to say digital illustration. And let's go with just regular nano banana and hit generate. And the other thing I wanted to mention is regular Nano Banana is free here inside Galaxy AI until the end of the year. So, if you wanted to give it a try, now's a really good time to do it. I think I have been finding this well worth my money because I could get rid of several other programs that I was paying for. So there it took this simple sketch here and turned it into a really cute watercolor coquette style bow, which I think that looks really nice. It kept the shape here and everything too, so it does look like it's hand drawn, but it did fix it and make it look a lot nicer. So let me tell it to make this into a faux yarn bow in pink. And we'll try it again. Let's see what we get. Okay, and this is what it gave us. It does look like it is made from yarn. We still have that like coquette feel, but that looks really nice. So the sketched image here inside of Galaxy is another fantastic tool. If you make digital design files and you struggle with drawing, but you know what you want, you can give it something like this that is far from perfect. I am not an artist and by any stretch of the imagination when it comes to drawing. Um, but I can draw something horrible like that looks like my 5-year-old grandchild made it and turn it into a very nice digital design. So that's a great tool in here as well. And, like I said, I'm, looking through here. I have my regular tools that I use all the time, but with over 3,000 tools, there's a lot that I don't see all the time. It does have a background remover. I have used this before. I will be honest with you, it is not my first choice when it comes to background removal. I don't think it does as good of a job as even like Canva, okay? Let's drop one in here. Too big. Darn it. See, a lot of my files are already in PNG and they're quite large. Okay, this one's a JPEG. So it's just this cow here, this knit cow, and we'll click remove background and see what we get. Like I said, I don't think this tool in here right now is as accurate as, say, Canva's background remover or, some other tools that are built for that. But um, that actually doesn't look bad. Let's see. I wish there was a um, way to, have the slide in here. So I'm just going to save that as AI background remover. And then I'm going to open Affinity here quick. All right. I want to test this real fast, guys. Transparent background. Don't need that. Let's create my document. All right. And I am going to draw a rectangle. And I'm going to make that rectangle a darker color. And I am going to drag this. Oh, honestly, let me get rid of that. That was silly. Honestly, this looks pretty darn good. Now, granted, this was, a simple, basically a simple clip art image, but it doesn't look bad. Even on black, it doesn't look bad at all. It could use a little bit of touch up, but that would be absolutely easy to do in here. Um, so I say the background remover is looking pretty good in that regard. Let's try, one more image. I know a lot of us are, nope, too big. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Um, a lot of us are digital design file creators, so removing background is an important tool. This one is going to be a very difficult tool or difficult image to remove the background. So let's test that one. It's got all these little intricate pieces, so we'll see what it does. Okay, there it is. And I'm going to download this one real quick, and I'm going to do, uh, we'll do the same thing. I'm going to drag this right into Affinity, and we're going to give this one a try, see what it looks like. Now this one I got to change the color on because the unicorn is black, so we don't want that on a black background. And let me expand this. And again, that really, let me zoom in here. It doesn't really look that terrible. I mean, there's a little bit of uh, pieces here, but in Affinity here, this would actually be super easy to get rid of. In fact, let's go Object Selection Tool. Okay. I'm going to show you how easy this would be to get rid of all that gunk. All right, now it's selected my image. All right, now we can click on Refine. Let me turn this off here quick. All right, you see this now. This is, and all we have to do is we can come through here and go over this area. Actually, let's just do color contamination. Apply. Turn this back on. I think color decontamination was enough to do the job there for the most part. And it did do a lot. I could go through this again with the refine tool and it would look even better, but I think it did a really good job overall. So, all right, let's, this wasn't about the individual tools. This was really supposed to be about Galaxy AI overall. So you see there's a lot of different tools in here you could use. Um, I mean, some of these are just, like I said, really, really specific need tools. Dark circles from photo, earrings, remove tattoos, remove wrinkles. So there's a lot of tools in here that aren't, necessarily things you'll use all the time. You can generate videos. I know talking photos. I know I have a video showing you how to make a talking avatar right here inside Galaxy. Lip sync, video reframing. If you filmed a video in 16 by 9, but you want to cut it down to 9:16 for shorts, you can do that. Video translators, um, AI video to video, just a bunch of different stuff, but I don't want this to be a 2-hour video. So we're going to just start shooting through here pretty quick. We have a text editor, PowerPoint generator, which I like, a PDF generator, which is great, PDF summarizer, um, word cloud, timeline, pie chart. So there are a ton of tools in here that are useful, very, very useful. A voice cloner, you can clone your own voice. Text to speech, voice changer, if you want to do that. Transcription, podcast generator, music generator, sound effects generator. Change your voice using 11 Labs. And so there's a lot of external tools in here that are fantastic. And then you have a favorite. So the ones you are using on a regular basis, you can favorite them. And when you log in, just click on your favorites and it's going to bring those up. And like I said, the ones I use regularly are YouTube Summarizer, Image Generator, Thumbnail Generator, Text to Speech. So there's a lot of different amazing tools in here that are very, very useful. And then there's a lot of tools that are extremely narrow niche use specific that you may not use all the time. But overall, I have been using this now, I want to say close uh, close to a year, and I have been very happy with it. Your credits roll over here, so if you don't use all of them in a single month, it's okay. They roll over, so you'll have them to use next month, which is fantastic because there's a lot of uh, programs out there, platforms that, if you don't use it, you lose it. And Galaxy is not one of those. So, again, um, I think this is worth every penny of the $15 a month. It's even better if you do the $99 a year, and even better if you take the lifetime of $3.99 that they have going on right now for Black Friday. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll answer them if I can. Like I said, I did do some math on image generation, and I'm finding that it's roughly between 2 and 4 cents an image for most of the models. Of course, when you get into ones like Nano Banana Pro, um, GPT image, those are more expensive, but they are everywhere. So, again, I hope you guys found this useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.